What is going on, Cowboys Nation? Buckle up, because today, we're diving headfirst into one of the juiciest, most explosive stories making waves in the NFL right now, a potential trade that could absolutely shake up the entire league as we know it. That's right, folks. Najee Harris, the hard-nosed, bruising, elite running back from the Pittsburgh Steelers, has been linked in some truly wild trade speculation that has him landing with none other than America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. And whether you're a die-hard Cowboys fan, a Steelers loyalist, or just an NFL junkie who lives for big trades and major shakeups, this story has everything: rumors, contract drama, team needs, future predictions, media buzz, and the kind of big-time moves that could define a franchise's future. Now, let's just take a moment and really imagine Najee Harris in that iconic silver and blue, bulldozing defenders behind the Cowboys' offensive line, standing tall as the centerpiece of a retooled Dallas backfield. Sounds crazy? Maybe, but in the NFL, where contracts expire, GMs get aggressive, and rosters flip on a dime, anything can happen. And when we break down the facts, the context, and the timing of it all, this might not be as far-fetched as it sounds. So here's the situation. Najee Harris was a first-round pick for the Steelers in the 2021 NFL Draft, a powerful, productive back out of Alabama who came into the league and instantly made his mark. His rookie season? A beastly 1,200-plus rushing yards, over 400 receiving yards, and 10 total touchdowns. He followed it up with another 1,000-yard season, showing he wasn't just a flash in the pan. But fast forward to now, heading into the final year of his rookie contract, and the Steelers have declined his fifth-year option. That's right, folks. Pittsburgh, a team known for its stability and loyalty to cornerstone players, decided not to pick up the option that would have kept Najee Harris around through 2025. That doesn't necessarily mean they're done with him, but it does mean they're leaving the door wide open, and you better believe NFL front offices across the league noticed. Because that kind of decision? It speaks volumes. It tells us the Steelers are either looking to go in a new direction, are unwilling to pay big money at the RB position, or possibly preparing to move Harris in the right trade scenario, maybe to a team that's hungry to contend, has a need at running back, and values what Harris brings to the table. Enter the Dallas Cowboys, a team coming off another playoff disappointment, hungry for postseason success, and let's be honest, still trying to figure out their offensive identity since moving on from Ezekiel Elliott last offseason, only to bring him back in 2024 in what some are calling a nostalgic stopgap move. Yes, the Cowboys have some promising options. Ezekiel Elliott returns, more of a locker room leader now than a bell cow. Rico Dowdle has flashed potential, and then there's the rookie Deuce Vaughn, who offers quickness and agility in open space. But let's be real, none of these guys, as of now, strike fear into defensive coordinators the way a back like Najee Harris can. Harris brings power, vision, experience, and the kind of volume carry capability that lets you control the tempo of the game. He's also got soft hands in the receiving game and has proven he can be a three-down workhorse, something that's becoming increasingly rare in today's NFL. So you have to ask yourself, if you're Jerry Jones, and your window is closing, and your defense is in elite form, but you need that one offensive piece to truly balance the team, why wouldn't you at least consider a player like Najee Harris? But here's where it gets even more intriguing. As much as fans are salivating over the idea, there's been some pretty strong pushback from within the Cowboys organization. According to multiple sources, including reputable Cowboys insiders, a team source allegedly called these Harris to Dallas rumors clickbait and downplayed any serious interest. That's the Cowboys' official stance for now. But we've all seen this play out before. Front offices deny, media backs off, then boom, a deal goes down when the price is right. And here's the thing right now, Harris' value is in a strange place. He's productive, but he hasn't quite hit superstardom. The Steelers are showing hesitation. The Cowboys could likely get him for a reasonable draft package, maybe a mid-round pick and a player, and suddenly, they have a new workhorse to pair with their fast, aggressive defense and a quarterback in Dak Prescott who functions best when the run game is humming. Now, let's not forget the economics here. Najee Harris is still on his rookie deal. Even though the fifth-year option was declined, His 2024 salary is very team-friendly, and if the Cowboys believe he can be a long-term fit, they could either extend him or let him test the market next offseason and still benefit short-term. Financially, it's low risk. Strategically, it gives Mike McCarthy flexibility in his play calling. Remember, this is a team that wants to play fast, balanced football and lean on its defense. A player like Najee Harris fits that blueprint to a T. But let's also examine why the Steelers may truly be willing to part ways. Their offense has evolved. Jaylen Warren is emerging as a cheaper, quicker back who can catch passes and create in space. The Steelers might be leaning into a more modern committee-style backfield, and Harris, while valuable, may be expendable to a team that's still trying to find its quarterback and solidify its O-line. So if you're Pittsburgh, and you can move Harris now, recoup some draft capital, and retool your offense, why not do it? Especially if you know you're not going to re-sign him in 2025. For the Cowboys, the timing might be perfect. The NFC East is competitive, but wide open. The Eagles are always a threat, and Washington is rebuilding, while the Giants continue to find consistency. If Dallas can upgrade its offense and return to a dominant run-first identity, it might be enough to push them over the top in the division and beyond. And just think about the narrative: Najee Harris, former Alabama star, former first-round pick, finding redemption in a new home in Dallas, feeding off that passionate fanbase, putting up 100-yard games in front of sold-out crowds at AT&T Stadium. It's a story made for primetime. From a fan engagement perspective, this move would be massive. Jerseys would fly off the shelves. Social media would explode, and the buzz heading into training camp? Off the charts. Now, there are certainly concerns. Harris has a lot of mileage for a young back, and the Cowboys have been burned before by investing heavily in running backs. Plus, the NFL is shifting toward RB by committee systems, and McCarthy might prefer a rotational approach. But still, if you can get Harris for the right price, you're adding a high floor, high upside piece to an offense that has struggled to consistently find rhythm late in the season. Imagine Dak Prescott with a reliable ground game. Imagine play action actually freezing linebackers. Imagine CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks working downfield while Harris punishes defenders inside. It's not a fantasy, it's a possibility, even if it's one the front office is denying for now. So as we wrap this up, what do you think? Should the Cowboys make a move for Najee Harris now, or wait and try to sign him in free agency next year if he walks from Pittsburgh? Would Harris be the missing piece for Dallas, or is the current committee good enough to compete in a loaded NFC? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking NFL content just like this. We're talking rumors, trades, game analysis, film breakdowns, you name it. And remember, in the NFL, things can change overnight. Today's denial is tomorrow's press conference. So stay locked in, stay passionate, and as always, go Cowboys.